and welcome to a new video. Today is Manga Night 2. We are on the 10th of September. I'm doing Manga Night with Christy and Cecilia. We're live now on my channel and I'm gonna start out with One Piece, the Omnibus version edition, volume 4, which is volume 10, 11 and 12. I finally got a hold of this and I'm gonna do like a full spoiler vlog, so I'm gonna like step out of this vlog to do that other vlog. What comes out first, I have no idea, but I'm very, very excited to continue. Obviously I ended in the middle of a really fun arc. I'm still not done with Eats Blue. Very excited. I kind of spoiled myself a bit because I watched that live action, but they differentiated a lot in like the fight side stuff there. So yeah, I don't think I'm like properly spoiled, and I'm excited. I'm very excited. This is the first I'm reading for this manga night, so I will let you know when I'm done. I'm gonna go and read some manga, so see you soon. I'm being cozy with a little cup, and I'm gonna keep reading One Piece. I'm like 1.5 volume in now, and Cecilia just left the stream by accident and came back unmuted, and it was hilarious. So that's what we got going on. That's why you should join in sprints, because it's fun. I said very aggressively. Bye. Gonna keep reading One Piece now. Hello! Now I have finally, we are now in our 3rd sprint. Finished One Piece. Not finally, as in I didn't enjoy myself. I absolutely love my time and it is so good. And I think that happened, I didn't actually expect to happen so soon. But then at the same time, it's not really soon, but it feels like it is soon. And I just love these characters so much. I'm so excited to see their ongoing journey. And like, I honestly cannot predict where we'll go. But I love it. And it hurts inside how much I love it. And I really wish I had a next volume. Not that I would read it now, but in 2 weeks I would love to read it. But alas, I'll hopefully have it by then. But yeah, honestly, just the way that it is told, the way it is so chaotic and a fun family and has all the tropes that I love. I cannot like express how much I fall in love with this story when I honestly thought I wouldn't. Yes, obviously, I heard about it for a long time. I was just like, it cannot be that good. But it honestly is. It is like one of the greatest stories, and I can feel myself just being so emotionally attached to it that I honestly don't know how to express it. But yeah, so happy that I got to read the next one. I'm gonna put it over here as the first manga read for the night. Actually, in theory, 3 volumes, but you get what I mean. And now I'm starting my next one, which you might have peeked behind me, or you might not. I just realized I forgot to drink this. No, I didn't. Which is Beastars volume 22. This is the last volume of Beastars. I mean, I think it's like a spin-off, but I don't know if I will read that. But of the main series. And I think it's only, by the way, like 1 volume in the spin-off, by the way. I don't know like how I feel, because I actually finished another like manga series in the last manga night, which was kind of an accident. It's just a bit random what comes up here, and then again in this one, so it's just a pattern right now, and I think it's funny. If you don't know what Beastars is about, it's about this society where herbivores and carnivores don't kill each other anymore, and then basically they live like in this peaceful vegan society, but then there's like this dark black marketplace that people still eat meat, etc. We have Legoshi, who is this wolf here, who like seems really like scary predator big wolf kind of character, but he's actually like the softest, sweetest person in the whole world. And then he falls in love with his white bunny, and it's like a whole like weird like thing. It's a lot of like society and politics and just a lot of like sides to this society. It's really like interesting topics coming up in it. I honestly don't know how this is the last volume. I've apparently been reading it since July 2020, so it's been like 3 years. And I'm excited to like know how it ends, but I'm also like, how is it gonna wrap up the story in so little? I don't know. But I am gonna read it now and find out, and I will let you know what I think and how I feel, and then read more manga, because that's what we're doing here. Let's go. And I am now finished with Beastars, the series. Apparently Beast Complex, the like spin-off, is like short stories set in the world, so I guess I have to read it now. And I think that like the author said that they will continue like with like stories in the world, but we'll start new manga series, and that this was the debut manga, and it's now at the end. And I don't think it has like a big explosion ending. It definitely changed stuff within the world. And I think that the characters had good development, and I love seeing this world develop. And like kind of it's a very politic focused manga, but it still has like action and romance, etc. It's just really weird and different than anything I read, and I have appreciated this journey. I guess I need to get Beast Complex. I had a good time. I am done, obviously, finished this series. It is finished now in my head, even with like a little like spin-off with short stories. And it was overall good time. I think the story is not the best I ever read. It's not my favorite of all time, but it had great characters, a good setup, a good story overall, and it's, as I said, very different and unique from other things I read. So yeah, it's a good time. I can't believe I finished it. I feel a bit emotional. And the ending was... I'm thinking about the beginning of how I thought the manga would go. I guess it went exactly where I thought it would go, except like one thing that didn't happen. 2 things that didn't happen. But overall, just the vibes that I thought going in. And here we are at the end. And I had a good time. And I want to thank so much for what this gave me and the journey I've been on. 3-year journey has now ended. And now I will continue with my next manga for the night. Feeling a bit nostalgic and sad, but it's okay. So now I'm going to start To Your Eternity Volume 5. So I'm not that far into this, and it's not finished by any means. I think it has like at least over 20 volumes, and it's not even a finished series, by Yoshitiko Oima. This one follows, if you don't know, a orb that can turn into people they care about that are dead. So in the beginning, they turn into a wolf, and then they turn into other, I was gonna say, creatures as well as humans. And they basically learn about living and learning about the world. And then there's also this thing hunting them and wanting like the thing inside of them that make them, I was gonna say, very powerful, because they are really powerful. They can get different powers from different, like, the things that they turn into. And it's basically a lot about like learning about the world stuff, learning about living, because a main character don't know how to live. Like, they know they need to eat and go to toilet, so they kept dying over and over in the beginning of like starvation. And now like they have learned more about people they really care about. It's really heartbreaking because a lot of people they do care about do die, and like then they can turn into them, but that's just sad actually. And then also, as I said, there's this thing hunting them, and that's overall like the plot in the beginning. And I'm curious to see where the story will go. I must have said only in volume 4, even though I feel like I read much more, but there was like a little period I couldn't get a hold of volume 2 or 3, so that's why it took me so long to like continue. This is the next one on the list, on the line, so I'm gonna see if I enjoy it. Obviously I will enjoy it, but I will see what happens in here, so I'm gonna go and read that now. Yay. And I have now finished another, wow, just that hurt, volume 4 Manga Night, which is, as I just said, To Your Eternity. And this one had 2 characters that I thought looked way too similar, that I kept mixing them up a bit, which was mainly my fault, but it happened. They had an interesting storyline. They actually said in the end of this that this storyline we're in now will wrap up in the next one. So thanks for that, I guess, just telling me that will happen. But yeah, it's interesting. It's basically again about discovering the world, meeting different people, even people, good people, and then again, just like, I don't really know where it will end, but I hope it ends in peace and calmness for our main character. So yeah, it's really weird and interesting but different. And I had a good time. I had a good time to see the development of the story. Again, I feel like I read 10 volumes because I used so long since I started, but I only read 5, which is like nothing. So there's that. But yeah, I finished it and I enjoyed it. I had a good time. And now I'll go on to the next one, which is, surprise, surprise, Demon Slayer Volume 14. And it's weird for me to be on only Volume 14 because I think I have right now 20 volumes in my room, like up to Volume 20. And it's just because of my buying system, but I'm only on like actually reading 14, which I feel like I should have been reading Volume 20, but apparently not. I haven't watched any of like the new season or whatever, so I'm actually like in stuff I don't know. And I don't know when I will watch it, but I'm very excited to do so. This is one of the few mangas where I actually enjoy the anime more, which is like, I don't know if that's controversial, don't stab me, but like that's just how I feel. I love the manga, but like the anime is so good and stretches out some of the moments in manga that I feel like stretches too short to make me feel a more emotional attachment to the story. But because of that, I love the manga even more. So this one is about Tanjiro, whose whole family gets killed except his sister, who's turned into a demon. So he decides to like get really close to the demons and investigate on them to find out a way to turn her back into human. So he becomes a demon slayer and is trying to like collect information on them in a way to find out a way to turn her back into a human. And then he goes out on these different missions to basically kill demons with friends and other slayers, and it is heartbreaking and heart-wrenching and amazing, and I love it a lot. Obviously, it has been finished for a while, and I'm only on volume 14. Again, very behind. That's why I'm doing a manga night. But now I'm very excited to continue and see where and what's gonna happen here. We are in this arc that is interesting. I think we're in the middle of a fight that's gonna last a little while. So we should see if I remember who's who and what we're fighting. But yeah, I'm gonna start this now, and I will get back to you when I'm done. Getting later and later, darker and darker. I have been in this spot the whole time, which I feel like is a bit boring, but it's fine. So I finished Demon Slayer Volume 14, which I obviously really love. I really love it. It's like one of my favorites. It's so good. But I also feel like it's getting like a tiny bit repetitive, where we go to a village, we fight some demons, we go to another village, we fight some demons. And that is, you know, kind of shonen. And like, it's fine. It's just that also I miss my two favorite characters. Like, that trio makes my life, and they're not here in this arc, and it's like it making me miss them, making me like want to move past this arc and like get done with the fighting the demon. Obviously it's gonna have impact and all that, but it, like right now we're just like flying around and fighting. Like the whole volume was just that, with like a bit backstories for the Hashiros, etc. So like it's fun and I love it. And like I love the story overall, but right now, like, not my favorite ever. I don't know how to describe it. I hope, like, I know I sound negative, but I'm just trying to review a bit. It's my favorite thing. I love the overarching thing a lot. I just want to know what happens, and it's not enough for this one. Obviously I could keep reading, but we're moving away from Demon Slayer, which is one of my favorite things. Don't judge me for sounding a bit harsh, but we're moving over to Chainsaw Man Volume 3 by Moto. This one obviously follows this dude that can have his head turning into a chainsaw. He like drags out this thing and it becomes like literally a saw. And then he is doing these missions for like this company, an investigation place, to fight these like demon like creatures with his chainsaw head. And his reward is at first that he wants to touch boobs. And then later we might get other rewards. It's a bit weird. It's very weird. And it's like not the best thing in the whole world, but it's kind of fun. And I'm curious to see where we go. I enjoy Volume 2 much more than Volume 1. So I'm excited to see where we feel about Volume 3. So I'm going to read it now and find out. So see you in a bit. It is so late. It looks so dark here. It is dark here. Oh, like 9:26. We are ending in our last sprint now, but I did finish Chainsaw Man Volume 3. I don't really know what I think. I feel like I don't really care about that much about the characters right now. There's 2 or 3 girls. I'm actually unsure if it's 2 or 3 of them. They look so similar. I keep mixing them up because I feel like you haven't really like gotten to know them. Or have I forgotten them? It might be my problem, but because of that I'm like, who are you again? There was like a ghost thing that happened in this one, but I guess that was the point, which was interesting and almost sweet in a way. And then the end was totally like bizarre, not bizarre, but crazy. Like, what is going on there? It was, I honestly don't know the answers to that, but it will be interesting to see, because obviously that can't be true, because obviously like it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, it shocked me a bit. Wish I cared about the characters more, I guess, and had more connection to them. But like the plot is now like, it's intriguing. I like it, and I will keep reading it. I only read 3 volumes, so like I will enjoy it more. And then for the last manga for the night, I'm going with something very cozy, which is Mars Comes In Like a Lion by Chika Umino. This one has been like a really popular thing because like it has 2 seasons of an anime. I watched the first season, and I have actually the 3 first volumes in Japanese. I just never read them, and I was waiting for a translation. It just never came. And now this like random publishers called Danpa is publishing it, like not one of the big like translators. And now I am, after all this time, reading it in English. And like this was, I think, released in May, and I assume they're gonna keep like releasing them. But I think there's only 20 volumes out, and it seems already that the second volume is delayed. I actually am not sure. So I'm like, when we will get the rest, I don't know. But I'm reading this now, and it follows a main character. I do not remember his name, Rei or Kibiyama. And he is a shogi player, which is, if you don't know, Japanese chess. And he's like he's a professional player. And then he basically doesn't have any family or anyone around him. And then this kind of family starts taking care of him. And it's like the sweetest like family thing. And it makes me cry when I think about it. So yeah, I am excited to actually read the manga after all this time, and see if I love it as much as when I watched the first season of the anime, which again I haven't watched the second season. I don't know why, but let's go. And so I finished the last volume for this volume, which means I read 8 volumes of manga. I'm gonna grab them because there's 3 volumes in One Piece, and I want 2, 3, 4, 5. No, wait. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 volumes, which like is great because I feel like that was the whole point, like reading as much manga as possible from one evening. I feel like we did 7 sprints, so I feel like I should have read 14, but because of One Piece takes me a while because of the logging and stuff. In my head, I should have read more. I know it's no competition, and I did eat and other things, but still, I'm like, I feel like I should have read more. But there's a lot of progress. I'm very, very happy with it. A very successful manga night, and I honestly had such a great time, and especially reading something serious, making so much progress. Which is, again, I felt very, very behind on my manga. I read obviously between every third book, but like I don't like sit down to like go deep into the seriousness, which is obviously the point of why we're doing this. I go deep into them, but it takes me a long time to get around to them because of my system. But now I made a lot of progress and I'm very excited. I want to thank you so much for watching this, and if you were there at Manga Night, I hope you had a good time. I'm gonna do more. This vlog is probably after the 3rd Manga Night or something. I don't even know when this is coming. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I basically just share my thoughts on some manga here. It wasn't really that exciting vlog, but I still want to make one because it's fun. It's fun. And yeah, I hope you have a good night. Leave a line emoji down below if you enjoyed this. You should see me soon in a new video. Thank you so much for watching and have a good night.